Hi, my name is Victoria Vega. I'm a second-year physician assistant student at Idaho State University. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn more about a very important mental health issue. My presentation today is about major depressive disorder. Major depressive disorder is more well known as depression. Depression affects about 6.7% of the adult population in the United States. This might not seem like much, but this actually equals out to more than 16.1 million Americans 18 years of age and older. This graph shows the percentage of U.S. adults that suffered at least one major depressive episode in 2019. It separates them by sex, age, and race or ethnicity. I have highlighted the highest percentage of adults that have been affected by depression. This is the 18 to 25-year-old population at 15.2%. The highest percentage by race was individuals who identify as two or more races, which equals out to 13.7%. White Americans seem to suffer more from depression than Hispanic or African Americans. In this graph, I wanted to point out that while Hispanic Americans seem to have a smaller percentage of adults with depression, these numbers have been steadily increasing over the years, according to the graph, which adds up to over 3.7 million Hispanic Americans in 2019. This shows that the disorder is far from being resolved in the United States. So, what is major depressive disorder anyway? Well, it is a mood disorder, which means that it affects how you feel and how you act because of these emotions. Depression causes continued feelings of sadness and a loss of interest. It negatively affects how you think and act and interferes with your ability to function at work, school, and home. Major depressive disorder is a multifactorial disorder. Genetics, psychology, environment, and biology all play a role in depression. Depression can run in families, but it can also be affected by environmental factors such as exposure to things such as abuse and poverty. One's psychology and personality can also cause depression if they have a more negative outlook or if they're easily overwhelmed by stress. The last and possibly the most important factor is biology, which I'll talk about on the next slide. Your brain has many chemicals that affect how your mind and body function. 3 of these chemicals are known to be associated with depression. The first is serotonin. It helps to regulate mood and helps with sleep and digestion. Norepinephrine helps to increase energy levels and attentiveness. Dopamine is the third chemical which is related to depression. This is known as the happy chemical in your brain and helps us to feel pleasure. Low levels of these 3 chemicals can cause depression. These are some of the symptoms of depression. In order to be diagnosed with major depressive disorder, you need to have at least 5 out of the 9 of these symptoms nearly every day for 2 weeks. Your symptoms must include a loss of interest or pleasure in doing things and a depressed mood. These symptoms must also cause distress in your life and cannot be due to drugs or alcohol, grief, or another medical condition. Some of the other symptoms include fatigue, trouble sleeping or sleeping too much, changes in weight or appetite, eating too much or eating too little, feeling restless or moving so slow that other people can notice, feelings of guilt or worthlessness, decreased ability to concentrate or feeling indecisive, and finally, recurring thoughts of death or suicide. There are many non-medical treatment options that can help to treat depression. Some examples are physical activity such as walking and biking, eating healthy, getting plenty of sleep, and avoiding drugs and alcohol. Meditation has also been shown to help depression symptoms, as well as talking openly with friends and family and asking for support. In addition to non-medical options, there are medications that can regulate the chemicals in your brain to treat depression. These medications are called antidepressants. There are many different types, most of which increase serotonin. Some examples of these medicines include Zoloft, Lexapro, and Prozac. There are also antidepressants that target both serotonin and norepinephrine, such as Cymbalta and Effexor XR. Other medicines target norepinephrine and dopamine, like bupropion. There are also many other types besides just these. Another very important treatment for depression is called psychotherapy, which is also known as counseling or talk therapy. Licensed therapists have many tools to help those with depression in a way that doctors and other healthcare professionals do not. The most effective treatment for depression combines both medication and counseling. Many people can feel shamed for seeking out any type of treatment for depression. This shame is called stigma. Stigma can be from society, friends and family, and it can even come from within ourselves. This stigma comes from a place of misunderstanding and fear. This is because depression is usually incorrectly shown in the media as something that means that you are weak or crazy. Stigma often worsens symptoms and causes people with depression to receive less treatment than they need. I am here to tell you that having depression does not make you weak, crazy, less capable, or dangerous in any way. It is an illness just like diabetes or high blood pressure. If someone you know suffers from depression, these are some of the ways that you can help them. You can help them to seek out help from medical professionals by driving them to and from appointments and helping them stick to a treatment plan. Invite them to do activities that you know that they would enjoy, and most importantly, offer support, encouragement, and motivation. There are many options for treatment for depression if finances are a barrier. There is always Medicaid for lower income status, or Medicare if you are over 65. There are also community health centers. Here in Idaho, there is Health West, Family Health Services, and Terry Riley. These clinics are federally funded, which makes it more affordable for patients who are uninsured or underinsured. There are also free clinics, which help those that do not have health insurance. In Idaho, there is a Pocatello Free Clinic, the Wellness Tree Community Clinic, which is in Twin Falls, the Rexburg Free Clinic, and in Boise there are two, the Marie Blanchard Friendship Clinic and the Love Heals Free Clinic. There are also clinics that offer sliding fee scales, which give the patient discounted services. Many clinics also use social workers or community health workers, sometimes called promotores, which can help patients with insurance and financing options. They also help to bridge the cultural and language barriers that can be seen with Hispanic Americans. Here are some other resources for you, your family, and friends. If you are in crisis, you can text or call these numbers and there are skilled professionals that will talk with you. If you or someone you know is suffering from depression, you can seek out help from your healthcare provider and see what options they have for you. Some providers are even offering telehealth options right now if you are not able to leave work for appointments. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen and learn about major depressive disorder. There is a link for the survey in the description section of this video. Please take a minute and answer the questions. Thank you again and have a good day.